Pink Floyd is one of the most iconic bands in the history of rock, known for their psychedelic music, profound lyrics, and innovative sound. Formed in London in 1965, the band began as a blues rock group and evolved to become one of the most influential and popular bands in the world. The original lineup of the band consisted of Syd Barrett, vocals, guitar, Nick Mason, drums, Roger Waters, bass, vocals, and Richard Wright, keyboards, vocals. However, Syd Barrett had mental health issues and was replaced by David Gilmour in 1968. From there, the band began to experiment with new sounds and techniques, creating conceptual albums such as The Piper at the Gates of Dawn, 1967, The Dark Side of the Moon, 1973, and The Wall, 1979. Pink Floyd's music is characterized by their use of synthesizers, sound effects, and studio recording experimentation. Over the years, the band went through various lineup changes and internal conflicts. Roger Waters left the band in 1985, and Pink Floyd continued with David Gilmour, Nick Mason, and Richard Wright. Unfortunately, Wright passed away in 2008, leaving Gilmour and Mason as the only remaining members of the band's classic lineup. In addition to their music, Pink Floyd is also known for their elaborate live shows and innovative visual effects. The band created some of the most iconic shows in rock history, including their legendary performance in 1972 at the Pompeii Amphitheatre in Italy, where they played to an audience Trivia about the band includes their participation in the soundtrack of the film, The Wall, 1982, directed by Alan Parker and written by Roger Waters. Syd Barrett's influence on the punk rock movement, and the record-breaking sales of the album, The Dark Side of the Moon, which remained on the charts for 741 weeks. The song, Echoes, from the album, Metal, 1971, was used in Stanley Kubrick's film, 2001. A Space Odyssey, 1968, although the band was not hired to compose the original soundtrack. The album, The Wall, was inspired by Roger Waters' personal experiences and the alienation he felt from his fame and the public. The original idea was to create a rock opera that ended up becoming a film and a live show. In 1975, Pink Floyd bought a Boeing 720B airplane and customized it with their logo and band name. The plane was used to transport the band and their crew on their tours. The song, Money, from the album, The Dark Side of the Moon, features a saxophone solo played by Dick Perry. The band invited Perry to play on the album after seeing him play with Roy Harper's jazz band. The band's name was inspired by two blues musicians, Pink Anderson and Floyd Council. Syd Barrett suggested the name when the band was looking for a new name. The cover of the album, Animals, 1977, features a giant inflatable pig flying over the Battersea Power Station in London. During the photo shoot, the pig broke loose and flew into Heathrow's airspace, forcing the control tower to issue a warning to pilots that the plane was flying overhead. The album, Wish You Were Here, 1975, was dedicated to Syd Barrett, who had left the band in 1968 due to mental health issues. The title track of the album is a tribute to Barrett. Pink Floyd is one of the most influential and respected bands in the history of rock, leaving a lasting legacy that continues to inspire musicians around the world. Whether you are a fan of the band or simply appreciate